Hello, I am Gurmeet Singh. Welcome to CREATA CLASSES. In this lecture, we will cover exercise 13.1, question number 4. So, this is a question. In this question, 30 women were examined in a hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute are recorded and summarized as given in the table. If you check out the first row, we are having the number of heartbeats per minute for those 30 women, the 30 patients. In the second row, we are having the number of women. That is, the two women are having their heartbeat in the range of 65 to 68. On the extreme right, we are having two women who are having the heartbeat in the range of 83 to 86. Note that observing the table is very important. Here, if you observe the total heartbeats, the range is from 65 to 86. The lowest heartbeat is in the range of 65 and the maximum heartbeat is in the range of 86. And in this question, we have to find the mean. It means the mean will be somewhere in between 65 to 86. Got it? If your mean is exceeding 86 or it is below 65, then it means the answer is wrong. The mean should be between the minimum and the maximum range. That is somewhere in between the minimum and the maximum range. Got it? These type of small observation you should observe in the question before starting with the formulas. Got it? So let's approach this question. Let's convert the rows into the column. Here we have to find the mean of the heartbeat per minute for these women. Okay. The number of women are given. It means the frequency is given. Frequency, it is Fi, how many times our observation are repeating. So frequency Fi is given in this question. Further, our next step, we will find Xi, that is the observation. And how we find the observation, that is Xi, we find the midpoint of the range. Here our range, for example, 65 to 68. What will be the middle point of this range? It will be 66.5. Okay, the midpoint of 65 and 68, it is 66.5. We can also use the formula to get the midpoint, which is lower range plus upper range upon 2. So 65 plus 68 upon 2, it will be 66.5. Similarly, for 68 to 71, the midpoint, it will be 69.5. You can use the formula. Further, the midpoint of 71 to 74, it is 72.5. Similarly, 75.5, 78.5, 81.5 and 84.5. So these all are the midpoints, that is observation, which is Xi. Here we can use the first method, that is the direct method, in which we can find Fi into Xi. But here we will not use the direct method. Why? Because if we use the direct method, we have to multiply Fi and Xi, and the value of Xi is big. If we do the calculation, the data will be large, the calculation will be complex. To avoid all this tough calculation or the big calculation, we will not go with the direct method. We will go with the next method, that is the assumed mean method, in which we calculate the deviation. Got it? This approach we will use. We will go to the next method, that is the assumed mean method. So let's find the deviation. How we find the deviation? We assume any of the observation as the assumed mean, specifically the middle point. Of all these observations, 75.5 is the middle point. So we will assume this as the assumed mean, and we will subtract this assumed mean from all the given values of the observation. Got it? We have just assumed 75.5 as the assumed mean, but you are open to use any of the value as assumed mean. The answer will not change. Got it? So we got the value of the deviation as -9, -6, -3, 0, 3, 6 and 9. Now we are having two options, either to use the assume mean method or to go with the step deviation method, which is the next method in which we have to calculate UI. How we decide whether we have to go with the assume mean method or the step deviation method? We see the class interval in the range. If you refer all these intervals, the class size is 3. That is the range of the class interval 65 to 68. We are having three numbers. 68 minus 65, it is 3. So here class size is 3. We check whether all the values of the deviation we can divide with the class size. That is the class size is a common factor in the deviation? If it is yes, we move to the next method, that is the step deviation method. So here if you observe 3, we can divide all this value of the deviation with 3. 9 by 3 it is 3. All these values we can divide with 3. So we will go with the next method, which is the step deviation method. So what we do in the step deviation method? We add one more column, which is UI. We divide deviation with the class size. Okay, here we will divide all these values of the deviation with the 3, which is the class size. We got -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. These all are the values of UI. Got it? Now we can easily apply the formula of step deviation method, which is this formula. In this formula, we have to calculate sum of fi into ui and also the sum of fi. For that, we have to add one more column, which is fi into ui. Here we will multiply fi and ui. Let's do so. 2 into -3, it is -6. 4 into -2, it is -8. 3 into -1, it is -3. Next, it is 0, 7, 8 and 6. So we got fi into ui. So let's add all this value. We got sigma of fi into ui as 4 and sigma of fi it is 30. No need to add all these values of fi. If you refer in the question, it is given 30 women were examined in the hospital. So the number of women it is 30, that is sum of all the women, it will be 30. Got it? And what is A? That is the assumed mean, it is 75.5. And H, that is the class size, it is 3. Let's put the value, let's solve it. We got our answer, that is mean as 75.9. This is the answer. The mean heartbeats per minute is 75.9. Have you observed that our mean, that is our answer, lies between the minimum to maximum range, between 65 to 86, the same thing we have observed at the starting of the question. If our mean is exceeding 86 or it is below 65, then our answer is wrong. It should be somewhere between these minimum and maximum ranges. Got it? We got our answer as 75.9. So we have done with this question. So students, we have done with this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If so, please like, share and subscribe. And also check out the description for various resources related to class 10, like the continuing lecture, the lectures related to other topics, and the PDF of the formula list. All this in the description, check it out. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you very much for being with CREATA Classes. Have a great day. Bye for now.